Okay, I read another book. Here's a few quick lessons about money. Lesson 1, you have to pay the price if you want to earn money. For example, if you wanted to buy a new pair of shoes, you can either go to the store, pay for the shoes and buy it like a normal person, or you can try to cheat the system. You can try to steal it from the store, hope that they don't have cameras, hope that nobody's looking, and hope that you don't get arrested. Most people would agree the second option is pretty dumb. All right, you accept that this shoe has a price and you're gonna pay for it. Same thing is with becoming rich and earning a lot of money. There are certain prices that come with that, and you have to pay it. Now, suppose you want to get rich through saving up through your job. Well, you're going to have to work a lot of overtime if you want to get rich through your job. If you want to get rich through entrepreneurship, you have to take a bunch of risks. You have to work a shit ton of long hours. That is just the price for being rich through entrepreneurship. And suppose you wanted to get rich through investing. Well, the price of that is that the market is very volatile, and there'll be times where your money is going to be very low and you got to not panic and not sell. You're going to be down 50% or something like that, and you're going to be like, oh shit, my world's on fire. Well, that is the price with investing long term and trying to make a lot of money there. So lesson 1 is you have to pay the price. Lesson 2 is conquer your envy. This is general advice for pretty much everybody. Basically, human behavior is very interesting. So I'm going to posit you a scenario that sounds very ridiculous, but is in fact true. They did some flipping tests or something, and they found out it is true, okay? So take person A. They earn $100K, and all of their coworkers are earning $50K. They are the richest person at the office. Statistically, they're going to be very happy because they're constantly comparing with their coworkers, right? So they're going to be super happy. Holy shit, I'm richer than everybody. Life is good. Now take person B. He is earning the same as person A, $100K, all right? And let's just say it's a good income for wherever they're living and they can afford everything comfortably and shit like that, right? But all of their coworkers are earning $200K. They're earning double of this fool, all right? They're filthy rich. Statistically, person B is going to be quite unhappy, even though they have a good income, because they're comparing with everybody around them. So we have these two people earning the same amount of money, all right? Let's say they're in the same location and they have the same expenses and everything like that. Yet one is happy and satisfied and one is very unhappy. That is because of human tendency to compare with everyone around them. So the lesson here is recognize when enough is enough and recognize when you have enough for your goals. Your goals should not be set by social media. You don't need to have a Ferrari or Lamborghini or massive mansion house to be happy or a gold watch. Those are things that society has programmed into your brain by spamming you with a bunch of advertisements and making you feel like you're missing out. And the reality is you only need a few things to be happy. And once you've achieved your personal goals, you don't need to sacrifice what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. Because oftentimes what happens in person B scenario, the guy who's unsatisfied and is making more than enough, he does something stupid. He's like, hey, I actually want to earn 200K now, so I'm gonna start betting. I'm gonna start taking stupid risks. I'm gonna leave this job, try for another higher paying job, but then I actually don't get it and I lose both. I'm gonna try to invest even more of my money, which I didn't need to, and then I get some like medical emergency and then it all fucks it up. So it's like he had what he needed, but then, you know, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, some bullshit like that, you know? Now the problem is we are in the age of social media where it's not just the people around us, but you're comparing with pretty much everybody on the internet, which is way worse because some of these people you can never hope to achieve in a bajillion years, all right? That's just how it is. So just be mindful of that or you will be perpetually dissatisfied. Like imagine if I started comparing, like I'm well off and happy, but then if I compare with my peers, I'm absolutely broke because my peers are what? Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, Logan Paul, KSI, like these are bajillionaires with bajillion businesses. Okay, I probably shouldn't have put PewDiePie in there, but you know, the other guys. Like I don't need all that to be happy. I'm perfectly comfortable, so why bother? You know, I don't need to stress myself out. No matter how big you get, there's always going to be bigger fish. There's always Bill Gates out there or Elon Musk or something like that. And there's probably some alien on Mars who has bajillion trillion dollars more than you anyways, all right? He has some rare mineral that nobody fucking knows, and then when you meet him, that's going to be the new currency or some shit. I don't know. Lesson number 3, stop copying people and just use your brain, okay? Oftentimes, people will just try to copy somebody else's advice or a business investment or something. Okay, Warren Buffett is the richest man in the world. He invested all of his net worth into this stock. I'm gonna totally copy him and I'm gonna become a billionaire too. No, that's not how it works, all right? If you start copying rich people, you're gonna end up broke, essentially. Like, what do rich people do? If you look at XQC, he gambles about $1 million on stream, like every stream or something like that. But the thing is, he's worth $100 million, all right? He's trolling, he's doing content, he's doing whatever. It doesn't matter for him. You guys are not playing the same game. All right, so make sure you are playing the same game as someone else before you copy them. Obviously, copying XQC strategy would be idiotic for a normal person. Oftentimes, rich people are carefree with their money because they don't really lose much if their investment goes haywire. If XQC loses $1 million, nothing's gonna happen to him. If you lose this month's rent, you're in trouble, all right? Stuff like that. So keep in mind who you copy. Remember your own goals and what you want to do with them, okay? You're trying to become rich, which is different from trying to stay rich, all right? That's another whole conversation. I'm trying to keep this simple, but yeah, basically don't be stupid. Lesson number 4, always have a backup plan. If there's anything guaranteed in life is that shit will go haywire, things will not go according to plan, something is going to happen. Whatever you think is going to happen with your investment or your money or your life in general, chances are you're going to have a bunch of curveballs. So try to prepare for the worst, right? Don't invest money that you aren't prepared to lose, all right? Just imagine all the economies are going to collapse or something like that. Don't quit your job and try to become a famous YouTuber if you can't pay next month's rent, all right? You're not going to make it in a month, you absolute bozo. So, you know, when people try to do that, they save up a nest egg for 6 months so that even if it doesn't work out for 6 months, they'll be okay. They can just go back and get another job, something like that, right? So you have a little bit of a backup plan. All right. Don't expect things to always go well. In fact, oftentimes they're going to blow up in your face. That is just life, and that's just how it is. While it is nice to have the fairy tale of just going all in and just, you know, leaving to all your responsibilities and just trying to make it towards your dreams and stuff, that is cool, and that will give you a little bit of extra motivation that, hey, if I don't succeed, I'm literally going to die or something like that. The thing is, most people, you know, it's just not going to work out in your favor because it is astronomically hard. So it's just better to, I don't know, if you're going to do something like that, like just do it on the side or make sure nobody but you is affected. Like if you have a family and you're leaving your wife and kids to go become a movie superstar, I mean, you're ridiculous. You're a ridiculous person, right? Now, if you're the only person you're affecting, then maybe there's an argument for that. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. But in general, the best advice for most people would be have a backup plan. Lesson number 5, be a practical optimist. Now, if you look at the age-old debate of optimism versus pessimism, optimism basically means that you think that things are going to go well and your day is going to be awesome. And pessimism is like, things suck. Everything is going to go to hell, right? Basically, optimists always sound naive and stupid, right? And pessimists always sound like the geniuses, all right? Because it's much more easy to believe things are going to go bad because oftentimes in life, things go bad more often than they go good because success is very rare, right? Because of this reason, pessimists are oftentimes more right than optimists. In fact, they're almost always right because things always go to shit, right? So you would wrongly conclude that pessimism is the better strategy until you eventually get a hit, right? That's when optimism becomes the better strategy. In fact, in money and in life, you can be wrong more than 50% of the time and still make insane returns in investing and in life in general. Basically, if you look at the best investors, most of their portfolio is making them lose money, and then there's a few stocks that are driving the rest of them up, and then it's a net positive, right? And that's kind of the same thing that happens everywhere in life, right? If you apply to your dream job 50 times and you get rejected 50 times, the one time that you don't get rejected is suddenly worth all those failures, right? So the pessimist is right 50 times until one time the optimist is right, and that's the only time that matters, right? So basically recognize that pessimists will oftentimes be more right than optimists, and everyone will try to convince you that pessimism is the right answer. But I personally think the right answer towards your attitude in life is practical optimism, because a blind optimist is pretty much the same as a pessimist. Like, a pessimist will jump off a cliff because life sucks, right? An optimist will also jump off a cliff saying, well, somebody will catch me or something like that, right? Both are just completely stupid. You want to be a practical optimist where, let me not jump off this cliff because if I jump off, I'm likely going to die. But also I think life is going to get better and it doesn't matter if I fail a bunch because I just need to succeed one time and that's going to change my life, right? Basically, a practical optimist is hopeful enough to take risk, but not stupid enough to risk it all, right? And yeah, that's what I learned from the book. I'm having fun reading. Hopefully you guys enjoy the videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.